Dot. Even when we on YouTube,
Yeah, no.
is that licensed? The
Yeah.
dot.
It's only when it's manual, but da dots. When it's coming from the when it's
Yeah,
coming
but
from the
I
record.
do dot. Good morning, Debo.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jermaine.
Good morning, Dr. Bishop, chairman of the board. God bless you.
I am the prelate of Nowhere Institutional. Full gospel.
Church of the Firstborn.
Church of the Firstborn.
Second and third.
Reformist. I got a new revelation.
Hey, Doc.
I caught the end of Leon Lonnie Love yesterday.
Oh, my God.
So good morning, everybody. There will be no Be Healthy Be You today, so I had to come up with Plan B.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a Keon moment. When we would have certain programs that was just kind of dragging. We go on break. Keon be, man, that's bored as hell. He doing all kind of hits like he back there sleeping and the whole thing. I'm getting like, what is this not? This not an exciting.
That's bored.
Yeah, man. Again, I didn't text you last night, Jermaine.
Oh my God,
But
man.
I just kept thinking, like, why is this dude out there? Let me tell y'all something. Yeah, let me tell y'all something, man.
Yeah, he was, man.
I say this all the time,
Yeah.
and I know people don't want to hear this because there are a lot of Rudies out there. There's a reason
Rudy.
why we pay Giannis $60 million a year. Because when he left the game,
Oh my God,
it changed, man. It changed, and now everybody's trying to figure out. So I don't know what this groin injury he's gonna be at least, because I don't know if you've ever had a groin
man,
pull.
the worst pain
They're painful,
ever,
man.
bro.
I don't know what's worse, a groin pull or a hammy.
Both,
Hammies are bad.
man.
Hammies are bad.
Hammy will bring you
Hamstring,
down to your
dude,
knees, Doc.
Dude, it's just like, and it's you can straighten your leg, but as soon as you try
bend
to
it,
walk,
it's
like,
over.
Oh.
So you can't use the
Yeah, so there's a
restroom.
reason why people get paid $60 million. Now, would I argue that some people are overpaid? Yes, I would. But I'm just saying, when you paying Dame Lillard that kind of money, when you paying Giannis that kind of money, when you paying Jason Tatum that kind of money, there's a reason for why you paying that money. And normally, when it counts, they show up.
Yeah, proven. You know, they're proven. So like Tatum, he's proven to be that guy. Giannis, he's still
Giannis is that guy.
Yeah. Giannis is proven to be that guy. Now, as far as a closer, I wouldn't. That's where we miss Chris Middleton at, because Chris Middleton was our closer.
Man. There you go.
Yeah, he was the guy that would actually close the game.
And I'd say more him than Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
because Drew Holiday had a tendency to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
That's kind of where we are. Yeah. Anyway, hey, let me do this, because again, I said that there would be. Do I need to do a cleanup on anything?
Let's see.
No, we got it straight yesterday. Craig Stingley had reached out to me yesterday on the program, and yes, the story behind Rapper's Delight and Niles Rodgers and Bernard Edwards was that Niles Rodgers was driving in Los Angeles, and the disc jockey came on and said, "We getting ready to play a new song." So, or I don't know if it just came on, he heard it, and he was going,
Sound like my record.
That's my damn song. Well, the rest is history.
Yeah.
And they didn't even sample, like I said yesterday, man.
They took the whole
took the whole song. But that was Sylvia Robinson. Sylvia Robinson was, it's amazing when you look at women in the record business, but when you look at someone like Sylvia Robinson, who was famous for her song Pillow Talk, but she was the one who did Sugar Hill Gang. I think she also, didn't she do, who's my guy in the Furious Five? They were with her. Curtis Blow was by himself, but whoever it was with the Furious Five, but she had them, and then I'll tell you somebody else, Pebbles. What she did was at SWV.
No, she at TLC.
TLC, and
Yeah,
man,
she raped
she's
him.
a ruthless businesswoman.
And it's so crazy how the business is so shiesty like that. Like it's so much room. It's but it's crazy because again, when they offered me my first deal, man, it was unbelievable. They wanted 75% of my publishing. It's only 100%. So if you take 75% of my publishing,
that only leaves me 14.
Not only that, though, it ain't even that, bro. It ain't even that. It's 25% left. But however, that 25 have to be split. I can count, brother.
That's 14, right? I done got it down to 14.
No, but out of that 25, though, you got to split that with whoever else is brought in.
Plus, you signed away your perpetuity,
so they can use it for life,
right?
And use it for
you may or
eternity.
May not get royalties,
and you won't get it because if it's split,
that's
like
why
that,
I haven't signed with a major record label.
Hey, I was wondering why you haven't signed under KP and the Parris. KP
and the Parasite. Yeah,
coming to a city near you.
Soon. Get your tickets, man. I'm telling you. Oh man, you gotta. And I know you come for the hits, so I'm gonna play all the hits for you.
Keith and the Parasite.
I was walking out of here singing my cousin's song yesterday. I heard you. I was singing. Hey, that's a little catchy.
I was like, this cat is stuck on him. How did they go? Fun Balloon.
What was it? Toy Balloon.
Yeah, Toy Balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we should sit down and work on that, man.
Hey, Doc, it's stuck on you.
I want to work with you, man. I want to work with you.
Let's
you know who I want to bring in to play bass?
Who that?
I'm going to bring Kathy in to play bass, and she do a little vocals. We can make that work,
yeah,
man.
Toy Balloon.
Toy Balloon.
Toy Balloon. Hey, man, that thing was stuck in the spirit.
Hey, wait a minute. You tell us to knock it off. Don't let me go to sing Love, Peace, and Soul. Oh, we got a new one for you.
Toy Balloon.
I wonder what that whole horn string.
Yeah.
That whole. Yeah, we can do a horn string arrangement on that piece.
Yeah, Doc.
All right.
Lock in.
All right. Get with me, cuz. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's happening?
Grandmaster Flash was the leader.
Thank
of
you,
the
sir.
Furious
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Kumo D was the leader of the Treacherous Three.
Okay. All right.
But let me say this. Y'all just hit on something about signing rights away. What people don't understand, you hear about Ike Turner and Joe Jackson, two guys that were pretty much successful, but in the movies, they made them dudes out to being villains. Yeah. With the Ike Turner thing, Tino wanted to sign everything away. And that's what caused the big rift in the marriage. Yeah, he had his problems, but he knew better than to let them sign.
Right.
And let her sign the stuff away.
Yeah.
But, movies and the media make it like he was a crackhead and he was this bad guy. That man wasn't no fool.
No.
He just ran into some foolish predicaments. Same thing with Joe Jackson. But that's how they'll make these guys out to be. Like, she wasn't a success till she got away from that brother. He wouldn't let, and to this day, you still hear songs that they made.
Yep. That's true, man. Because they was trying to offer her up front, and I think it was a house or something that was connected to that deal or something like that.
During the divorce, she said the only thing I want is the name.
Because that was the moneymaker.
Yeah, that was her moneymaker. Vicky Winans did the same thing.
Yeah, and she's still going.
But you sit up and think about like dads as managers. Maury Wilson, who was the father of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys.
Oh yeah,
he signed everything away.
Yeah,
they couldn't get up from under that contract.
Yeah.
And now let me say this: he mentioned a lady who was with the ship. You said something about her name, Sylvia, maybe
Sylvia Robinson.
Wasn't she a part of the sequence?
I don't know, but she had that song "Pillow Talk."
I remember that song. That's a 70s song.
Right. That was her claim.
No, then I thought she was a part of the sequence too, though. The rapper, the lady.
I became familiar with her with Pillow Talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was just wondering. Okay, guys. Y'all have a good day.
I appreciate you, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we gonna work on that, man. Yeah. And I gotta get Charles in, man. He could. So that would be the 5 sounds.
Yeah, because
be me and you.
Yeah,
and then the other 3. Hopefully, they're still surviving members.
Yeah. If not, then we can.
I love that, man. But they were so creative when there's already 7 sounds. There's only 3 of them. We just
say, hey man, we phone show. Let's.
I used to hear Harvey Scales and the 7 Sounds rehearse back in the day. One of the band members lived on Wright, so I could go by and I could hear those guys rehearse.
Yeah, man, I was in Atlanta with Harvey Scales, man, and we met him down there. Whenever
that dude worked hard.
Incredible.
That dude worked hard. Yeah. He opened for Kool and the Gang in Summerfest.
Yeah,
and he did a 50-minute set.
Yeah,
and he was in his 70s.
Yeah.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, what's up, King?
What's happening, man?
Hey, I got a question. Didn't Sylvia Robinson discover the moment?
Oh, that's that. Okay, let me look that up.
Turn your radio down too.
I'm gonna turn it off. Sorry about that. I get happy when I call.
I got through. Sylvia Robinson.
Yeah, I heard the moments. She discovered the moments. Love on a 2-way street.
And lost it on a lonely highway.
Yes, sir. At least I vaguely remember that from middle school.
Yeah. Let's see. It doesn't say here. Oh, yeah, she did.
All right. I got one right. I'm out.
Yeah, she was also a successful singer-songwriter with hits like Pillow Talk and Love is Strange with Mickey Baker, and wrote Love on a 2-Way Street for the Moment. So she wrote that song.
All right.
And when they left their record company, because they didn't own their name, they were...
Yeah, she owned their name.
Right.
She
they
owned
became
their
Ray
name.
Goodman and Brown because she owned, whoever the record company was owned the name. That happened with the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Now, dude was talking about Joe Jackson, but Joe Jackson sold everything. So, like Jackson 5, and you have to differentiate between Mike, when Mike then goes to Columbia, and then where, you have the Jackson 5 at Motown.
Yep, they became the Jacksons, period.
Yep, they couldn't be the Jackson 5.
All right, I got to go to an appointment. See y'all later.
All right, man. Sylvia Robinson. Yes, sir. Co-founding Sugar Hill Records, producing the first commercially successful rap song, Rapper's Delight. She produced it. She didn't write it.
Is she still alive?
Huh?
She's still alive?
Let's see if she's still. I think she passed. Let's see. Because when they did a documentary on hip hop, they interviewed either her niece, who talked about. No, she died September 29th, 2011.
Oh wow. Okay.
She was half of Mickey and Sylvia.
So she get production credits on Rapper's Delight, right?
After she pays Chic.
Which she probably ain't gonna make no
she had
money.
To. No.
No. I'm saying she probably ain't gonna make no money, because I know with that joint that Puffy used to.
Oh, she's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Wow.
So that joint that Puffy used from Sting, When I Be Missing You.
Okay.
He has to pay Sting. I forgot how. I think it's like $200,000 a day for the rest of his life or something like that. For using that and not getting permission.
Love is Strange. Mickey and Sylvia recorded more songs. Baker moved to Paris. The Robinsons moved to New Jersey, where they formed a song. The duo signed the Washington, D.C. act named The Moments, who immediately found success with Not on the Outside. Oh, man, I forgot about that one. Oh, that was a good one. Shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, that's the joint.
All right. And she started Sugar Hill Records. She did have Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. She put together the Sugar Hill Gang. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Talk about her personal life. Robinson. Rondo Scutchy. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. Parris.
Good morning.
Mr. Rideout, thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
To you, brothers. I think I have an issue with anxiety sometimes, so take a deep breath. But wild card. Listening, and you were talking about like they sound as if they're like powerful black men or black people. But what I wanted to say generally is this that since we've been here under the rulership of Caucasian people, the slave master and the slave master's children, even the colonizers throughout the diaspora or wherever we are found, anytime any one black man or black individual, depending on how he or even she becomes successful economically, through entertainment, through education, there's always at some point in that person's life an attempt to debase, defame, to make them look as if they were unworthy. You all were talking about Joe Jackson and Mr. Ike Turner. And for me, what that just symbolizes, and you all mentioned about the movies or the media, their depictions of us. And anytime they depict us, even if you are blemish less, without any, they can find no fault, they will attach something to you because it is their nature to be naturally and diametrically opposed to anything of good that we project to our people, especially when it comes to black men. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad make mention that by the third grade, they look for these certain qualities in black boys and black children, in particular, looking for leadership traits. And then they make the move to annihilate that trait of that individual or that person. And that's why a lot of times when our children are in school and they might have an affinity for education and it's not a hard thing for them to be successful academically under Western pedagogy, there's always that Willie Lynch experience, where we start fighting amongst one another, because this person may be more articulate or able to comprehend better and can get things done with critical thinking a lot faster than others. And this person might answer too many questions in the class and the other students might have a problem with that. And that's why when our boys are like that, the femination thing comes into play. They try to make him seem as though he's less masculine because he has intellect. So all in all, when we look at this, it's just the same old thing from the same old people under the same old system, and nothing's going to change. And now that we see how, this is what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has said as well, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that to this effect, that the day may come, and it's probably approaching very fast, that where their leaders, or like maybe the president, the current pharaoh in office, may come before the world and just let it be known how evil and how hateful they are when it comes to us. They don't want black people to succeed in any area of anything unless you are of the assimilationist mind. And there's another thing I wanted to say along with that before I go. Mr. Alex Haley was he was a confidential informant for the FBI while he was writing the book or getting notes or interviewing or speaking with Malcolm X. So I said that to say this, that we should not be surprised and be so clout readily available to chase clout from even those that look like us, because they could be completely compromised. And you may find yourself in a compromising situation because you have sought the company of someone that you think may be able to advance you economically, career-wise, or they might be able to put you up even higher. And it all may be just the allure just to take you down or out of the realm of life altogether. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you.
Wow.
Somebody else who held on to their money was Chuck Berry.
Yeah.
I mean, Chuck Berry was notoriously cheap. So if he came to town, he called you and say, put together a band, and then we're going to play tonight. He could care less if y'all knew the songs. He was going to do what he do, get his money, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
I love that scene in Cadillac Records with Mos Def, who played Chuck Berry.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy was saying that something to the effect, you're going to make great music, and we're going to make money.
Yeah.
And he said, let's switch seats here because I want to make money. What it's not about just making the art. Hell, you benefiting from my talent. And so, hey, let me do this. You were going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to say, who was the guy that was playing the harmonica on Cadillac Records? And he had
he was little.
Yeah, he was little
Walter.
Little Walter.
Little Walter. Yeah,
now, whatever. Now, did he ever put out any projects?
He did, but then he died tragically
from alcohol, right?
Yeah. Eddie Murphy was talking about the people you mentioned as he had buried.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize he did Rick James. I thought Rick James had money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all these people.
And then the guy who played Buckwheat, he buried him. And then Red Fox.
Red Fox. Wow. So you think of all these people that was successful when you were alive, and you send them on TV, and they making all of these moves, but then when they leave this earth, you really find out that they didn't have anything.
Yeah, like I said, I was reading this article about Kawhi Leonard and his uncle, and I'm gonna tell you, man, it's about money. It really is. I tell people, don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld said, people will. You can't believe when they tell you you're great.
Yeah.
You can't believe it when they tell you you're nothing.
They both lying.
Yeah, he said because they're both lying. So, it becomes important to us how we recognize. Let me do this again. There'll be healthy, be you. Let me read this statement, and actually, this is part of. What I'll do when I come back, but it was part of the message that I did Sunday. So I'd like to see if it will engender conversation. You're listening to Community Voice. The phone lines are open, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
AURN News.
I'm Jamie Jackson. Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson is receiving a form of
News.
All right, welcome back to Community Voice. And again, I know if you're tuning in now and you're looking for or listening for Be Healthy, Be You, they'll be back with us next week. So let me do this. So Sunday, in my message, it was titled Beautiful by Design. And I took Psalms 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. And let me read this, and then I want to just have a conversation around Black beauty and Black inferiority. Slavery and Jim Crow are gone. The civil rights movement has opened many doors of opportunity. But the lie of Black inferiority, the most devastating and longest lasting consequence of the enslavement and colonization of African people, remain with us. The lie of Black inferiority says that Black people are not as beautiful, not as lovable, not as intelligent, not as capable, not as worthy as white people or any other people for that matter. The lie was first told centuries ago to justify the dehumanization and subjugation of African people. And for about 350 years, it has shaped other people's view of Black people and has shaped our view of ourselves. Let me read that last part again. It says, for about 350 years, that whole sense of Black inferiority has shaped other people's view of Black people and has shaped our view of ourselves. And this was excerpted from Enola G. Erd. She is a lawyer and is part of an article she wrote for the Yale Law Review. And it says, towards a renaissance for the African American family, confronting the lie of Black inferiority. So when I guess I'll open up the phone lines. A few years ago, we had this conversation. It actually was, I don't know if they were together, but they kind of came up. It turned into be a rather raging debate about where would you rather work if you were an enslaved individual? Would you rather work in the house or would you rather work in the field? My militant colleague, DJ, said that he worked in the field. I said, I was going to work in the house.
I'm going in the house, Jack. I'm cleaning up the basement. Yes, sir, Mr. Boss. I'm in the attic. There's no, sir. Too hot out there, boss.
And I had people, nobody would call in and publicly say they work in the house. But I had people privately going, yeah, man, I'm in the house.
Man, I'm working in the house.
I'm working in the house. So I'll ask you, Jermaine, because I know you can always elicit responses from people. Jermaine says so the phone lines blow up. You got people right now. They're waiting. They got their finger.
On your mark, get
you
set.
Ain't the only one, no, but it'd be like beach. They be waiting, like, here we go. Christopher, here we go. Al, here we go. Or when I sit up and say she,
yeah,
I know there's some people leading right now. Whenever I refer to the creator as she, boy, I need to call him. I need to call him. Right. So do you think in 2025 that we, as descendants of enslaved Africans, deal with a certain level or a condition of inferiority because we're Black?
I don't think it's inferiority. I think it's more of you owe us, type of.
But I'm talking about how when you say we owe, what do you mean? The reparations?
All the above, the 40 acres and the mule, cats, dogs, sheep, the whole 9 yards. White women, give it to us all. Brand new socks and drawers. Give it to us all.
I want mine.
Brand new socks and drawers.
There's probably some sisters out there, white men. No, we shouldn't, because that's a little bit different. Okay. Call her up to the program.
Yes, sir, Mr. Parris.
Brother Christopher.
Yes, sir. Thank you again for being so gracious. You and Mr. Rideout.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. We were bred to think of ourselves as inferior. And it can easily be proven, and it has been proven right over these airways on many times, many incalculable amounts of times. Because when a black person or when even a group of black people move on the idea and have an actual and factual conceptualization of the manifestation of self-determination, there will always and has been people who exist amongst us that who they think they is, who them such and such is and so. When a person asserts his or her intelligence over the airway, there are those who would seek to diminish
because you black
and minimum up. Absolutely, because the idea of inferiority was bred into the genetic code.
So
of
maybe
Black
having a
Americans.
disagreement with you would mean that I'm trying to get to
the source of your disagreement will have to be questioned as to why you have the disagreement. Is your disagreement trivial or is it based in fact? Is it something that is abstract or is it something that is tangible? Is it something that is imaginary or is it something that is real?
Okay.
And that we have experienced for the entirety of our time here and over the last 6,000 years. People who have of a melanated genetic disposition have been the most
break it down for him,
mistreated, disrespected, dehumanized, debased. When they come forth, when a black man comes forth and he can prove what he can prove what he's talking about within no limited time, there has been those because they have been programmed to think other than themselves. If we were not thinking from a position of inferiority, why is it that we always seek the justification or qualification of those who have made us into nothing? Why is that? If we do not suffer from the Willie Lynch syndrome and have not bred it on into and passed it on to our progeny, why don't we see any difference in them than other than that we will go off the cliff without no regard for anything? Because we see nothing here that will benefit us. Because the parents didn't hearken unto the word that was spoken unto them. And I'll go with this. Our people suffer simply because of this. We, not me, and I'm including myself in the we because I'm a part of it. We have rejected the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And in 2015, when people who went to the Million Man March, I wasn't there because I had a situation that caused me to go through a thing. Anyway, in 2015, I was there. And I thought, well, where were those guys that came here before I made it here? You know? So that they can rededicate themselves to what they claimed to have dedicated themselves to initially. So if we don't suffer from the Willie Lynch syndrome, which is a disease, and dis-ease, 2 words, that's why we suffer from disastrous conditions and a damnable situation, because we are suffering from a mental paralysis that was bred into us by the Caucasoid.
Man, I see the light. I see the light. Yeah, Lord. I see the light.
I was blind,
but now I see.
I was deaf.
Now I hear. I couldn't walk, but now I walk.
414-444-5250. I love Righteous Brothers.
So that cat started to feel that thing. He said, and I said, whenever you hear that, when preachers do it, they in that thing.
I'm hoping that the musician got my key.
Oh, Doc. So that's you and G.
You better worry about the service.
Stop worrying about Devo talking about this young kid was preaching.
Take me up.
And he tried to get the musician for us too. And the pastor walked right over and said, "Man, you need to focus on this sermon and stop worrying about that musician over there and do what you got to do."
That was hilarious.
No, I think that I think that there's an inferiority complex. I think we internalize racism. And I think one of the ways it's manifested is that we'll come in and talk about a behavior, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say we had an incident. Oh, y'all gonna fix it now?
Right. Right now?
Right now.
God, dog.
That had to be done right now, right?
Forget it, we'll do it live.
Hey, we doing radio over here.
Right.
What up, Clark Kent?
You ain't with us.
All I know is all the pieces that was part of that air conditioner need to be still part of that air conditioner when y'all get finished working over there. Yeah, you don't need those pieces. Why they include it?
Right. You don't need this screw.
You don't need this screw.
You don't need this button.
Oh, what And people wonder why I love all African people all over the world.
So we gonna rig it one way. We gonna rig that thing. Tap your feet and say "I do," and it's gonna turn on. We gonna figure out a way to rig.
Oh my God, Lord.
I mean, smart cats though. We gonna figure out a way.
That all that we've gone through in this country and we can still laugh.
Yeah. Ain't that something though?
No,
seriously.
Because when you go back and you be going like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's some pretty god awful stuff.
Yeah.
But man, we could still laugh. I was listening to you all this morning, boy. I'm telling you, y'all getting old. Y'all getting old. When you hear people start like old folks complain. Now let me tell you about the young people. I'm going like, man, oh, y'all gonna take it out. Okay. All right. Boy. Okay. Look like we're gonna have a workman's comp claim coming here.
Doc, because
what's going on with human resources?
There you go.
Y'all do radio.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, maybe y'all
so we gotta do play by play. And he moves it to the right, to the left. It looks to fall down. Clark catches at the bottom.
Funny, man. He didn't move nothing. He get drunk and then he come when we moving now. This Negro want to supervise.
Yeah. Wait, put that over there.
Move. You tear up the couch.
And your
mama spent a whole lot. You done tore up the couch. I said, man, if you don't get your only taking a lampshade, that's the only thing he carried out the crib, a lampshade. Oh man. Anyway,
a lot of squeaking going.
I know, man.
A whole lot of squeaking.
We can hear it.
Hold on.
Any time for break yet?
No, not yet. If y'all would have waited about 6 more minutes, we could have came and helped y'all.
They look like the roadies in the band, right? Don't notice us.
Right. Keep on going.
Keep on playing. Don't notice us.
We just tape it out.
The roadie always gonna have it's 15 minutes of fame when that roadie gonna run on the stage.
Fixing chords.
Or hear your drumstick. Yeah. Like, oh man, that's a real production with the drumstick. I just like, man, those guitars.
Well, y'all got to be the most countryest cats. Cats is country.
It wasn't in the window in the first program.
No, right.
We discovered in the window in my program. What?
All of of a sudden, like they got a revelation.
Right, and people want to know why I have such low self-esteem.
Let's do all type of stuff.
Bro, they working right around me. Just go, man. Don't you got a show to do?
Don't worry about
Don't be paying attention to us. Don't pay attention to that man behind the curtain. They doing construction the whole piece. I'm kind of in 2025 though, man. I
just stands on. I can stand. I can't stand no more.
I can't. But we were talking about media presentation, and the brother called in yesterday and talked about Amos and Andy.
Oh yeah.
And I should have cited them, but there's a comfort level, and I can tell you, you hear these terms like microaggression. We had a situation at the county. If you looking over here, you need to pay attention.
Yeah, Doc, you on your own.
Right? It's gonna fall on you.
You on your own.
You're like you always worried about, especially we had those big tube TVs.
Oh my God.
And I always worried about the kids knocking it over and falling on them. How many kids got taken out? They can't get taken out by that air conditioner over there.
So then they used to put like those TVs. I used to hate when people used to put those big TVs on the dresser. Like, why would you put that big TV on the dresser? That thing fall off, it's killing everything.
That boy is strong, man.
Yeah, he got muscle.
Man, I would have needed help carrying that.
Now, the problem is.
Okay, we good over there?
All right. Hey, they got to put monkey glue over there.
We good. All right.
Boy, hold on. He get it. Hold on. He get it. I tell you, 2 men in the truck and 1 midget in the car.
2 men in the truck and a midget in the car.
They did a great job over there.
Hey, man, do you remember back in the day, though, when we'd be in the car, we look like a clown car, be so many of us up in that car?
Especially us, dude. It was 9 of us.
Oh, man.
And I remember the station wagon that my parents had, and going to church, boy.
Who rode in the back?
All of them. It depends on, like, you had the front seat, that middle seat, you had that other seat, and then that back little, hunchback. So probably the boys that we was in the hunchback, and there, because there was a whole bunch of us, man. And we'll pile in, we'll pull up to church. It take 20 minutes to unload.
That didn't include the equipment.
That didn't even include the equipment. It was just us unloading.
Circus is in town.
Just imagine Easter with all the color suits.
Oh, man.
They really look like clowns.
So anyway, getting back to
meanwhile at the ranch,
man, boy, I'm telling you, man, I guess if I wouldn't be here, like somebody said, we benefited from coming from Africa, right? Now I like to say this, and it's all relative. When you look at in North America, descendants of enslaved Africans, probably we're the envy of the world in some ways. Now there's some of our brothers and sisters who run with, as Christopher talked about, the very negative teachings about ourselves. Like we were talking about how in my family, 2 things. My mother, who is a fair-skinned woman. First of all, if you look at my family, we got all kind of shades of blackness. But my mother was a proponent of dark skin. My mama, that in her mind, that was just beauty. And so growing up, that's what I heard, just the beauty, that the darker the skin, the more beautiful the skin. That was my mama. And then my mama said something else. She said, there's no such thing as bad black hair. There's no such thing as bad black hair. You agree?
No.
Disagree? Why don't you agree?
Oh,
now we got tools.
Bob the Builder over here.
Bob the Builder. Devo, I think you got that. You think you got a TV show going?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You say Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. Tim the Tool Guy.
To keep you guys warm.
Oh,
no, you keeping yourself warm, brother.
That too.
we got a brother doing sushi, huh?
Yeah, man.
We got a black chef.
Yeah, Doc.
Got the same
Man,
case.
man, that food that was on the table was
It looked good.
man, it looked succulent. Yeah, Doc.
Oh, you do sushi?
No,
Sushi?
but everything else that he had up there.
I tried it one time. I tried the tuna.
Really?
Tuna was good because the dipping,
Oh,
tuna was actually good. You don't
but that's raw
because
fish,
you can eat,
right?
yeah.
No,
But you can eat tuna. Tuna,
Well, yeah, tuna.
you don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do tuna steaks.
No, I've never had tuna steak.
Yeah, so if you do a tuna steak, you don't have to overcook it. You cook it like you would cook a steak.
Oh,
So you use the tuna in like making tuna fish
yeah,
salad.
Yeah. Now I love that tuna. That tuna is good. You know,
That
I
was
can
my
eat that with
mama's.
crackers.
That was my mama. That was a go-to lunch, man. When I
crackers?
did my bag lunch, crackers.
Yeah, the Ritz crackers and tuna.
Oh, man, that's on some light bread, dude.
What?
We did the Ritz crackers and cook. See, I don't. Well, you do Ritz crackers. Oh, that's wow.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about regular saltines.
Nah, Ritz crackers and tuna is amazing. Amazing, man. It's amazing. Like, bruh, amazing. Yeah, try it.
No, I ain't po no more.
Well, since we talking about it, man, I think those is one of those meals you have after.
Yeah, but my mama, man, when I used to go like on field trips,
yeah,
my mama make my lunch.
yeah.
Oh, dude, I could tell you the best lunch was the tuna fish sandwiches,
Yeah.
some Jay's potato chips.
Oh yeah.
Man, it was.
Yeah.
It got no better than that.
Yeah.
My mama could make a sandwich. Oh, she could make a sandwich.
Man, it was nothing like going on the field trips and having those bologna sandwiches, man. Fried.
Oh man, you don't take bologna on a
fried bologna, man.
On a field trip.
Ooh, fire, man. With some sandwich spread. Oh man.
I said a hammer, man. I said if we bring me a wrench, I said a hammer. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey, good morning, Keith. Good morning to all the gentlemen in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, man, it seems like you just can't. It seems like you just keep jumping around, man.
I know, man. I'm trying to stay focused. My bad. Go on, bro. Get me back in the yard.
Yeah, man. You said that your mom said that there's no such thing as bad hair, and so I understand where she's coming from. But there was a time that we were all convinced that if our hair was coarser than other hair, it was bad hair. But, you know, it wasn't bad hair because it was our hair from our culture. However, we were putting these chemicals in our hair, getting our hair straight. You know, we were buying people was buying this bleaching cream to get their skin brighter, you know. So we were basically, I don't know if we knew it or not, but we were basically trying to become closer to being white.
Oh yeah, real time.
And I believe that might be this here, because I remember when I was a little child, and you know, all of us as a little child, we're all curious, you know, and we don't have nothing to compare anything to. And I said to myself, you know, I said, I wish I was white. I said, because it seems like all these white people, they have all the riches, you know, they own the stores, they own the houses, they own all the nice cars, you know, and so as a race of people in this here country, man, we have come a long way in regards to claiming our own culture from Africa. Thank you.
Yeah, we have, you know, as much as we admire Madam C.J. Walker, You know, she was I think she was certainly the first black female millionaire, and when she was a millionaire, that's when a million was really a million. And but part of that was that whole straightening of hair. Um, and I think we still struggle with hair today. And I ain't got none, but I think we struggle with that in terms of. Boy, I'm gonna really go out here on this one. I'll be controversial. Um, when I see, no, I'm not gonna say that.
See, but now I just heard what the caller said. You know, as far as you know, some black people wanting their hair to be like white people, but you know, back in those days when we wore perms and things like that, it wasn't to look like white people. It was our style, though.
But I think it was. I think it was.
See, because white people didn't wear that though. They didn't wear that style.
Yeah, but white people had straight hair.
Yeah, but it wasn't even about straight hair though. It was about that style.
Why would you straighten it then?
For that style. Because our hair was curly, so it would curl up.
Did we straighten it before we got here?
Well, I mean, we didn't have the means to. So I mean, though,
means?
you got to look. No, because
somebody would have figured it out.
I know, but what I'm saying is how the hairstyle was. Like you know how like little, Little Richie and all them cats wore their hair back then. It wasn't to look white. It was just that style.
Do you know how controversial the afro was, the natural? When and I was a little guy, but when black folks and certainly when black women stopped straightening their hair and going natural, well, first of all, the beauticians and barbers had an issue because it means you're not coming as regular for a haircut.
Well, yeah.
But no, I think that whole we wanted to. I think the brother said something that he was honest, he was transparent. I'm sure there's been times that, let me say some because I know I have an exception. I'll let the exception call. Where, boy, if I had a choice to come back here, would I come back here black or would I come back here white?
Yeah, but
if you had the choice, I mean,
but my problem, Keith,
if you had a choice of color,
is, and I know that we have a caller, but my problem is, that was the hairstyle of the time. Just like when it changed to the Jerry curl, people was going to get the curls and they wanted the curls and all of that other stuff because
and by
it was
the way,
style
the one of the worst hairstyles ever for black people. Go ahead,
man. Wave Nouveaux was the best styles could have ever came out. I know I had mine and I kept mine dry like tubs off of Miami Vice, so it looked natural. So it looked like it was naturally good curly hair.
Good curly.
Yeah,
as opposed to the bad curly.
Well, I mean, bad. It ain't bad curly. It's just, it just didn't look. I don't know. I can't explain it. So I ain't gonna put my foot in my mouth on your show. You ain't gonna get me to do that.
That ain't never happened. Carl, welcome to the program. That'd be a first.
So that ain't never happened.
That never happened before. Carla, welcome to the program.
Well, good morning. First thing I'm going to say, you got to learn some self-love. You can have more as a white man if you want to, but you got to stop competing with each other. Make sure you up on your credit. Learn how to appreciate what your mother and father left you. See, some of y'all was left apartment buildings and houses. You didn't want to do the maintenance. You didn't want to pay the taxes. You lost and it went right back to the white man. Okay? You can own some houses if you stop being a slum landlord. You can open a business, but stop trying to think like a white man. His formula is for white people, not for blacks. Create your own normal. Create your tradition that is not his tradition, and you will have everything you want. And stop following his God, because his God was not meant for you. Why would he teach you everything he knows where you can outdo him? He's going to teach you the bare minimum. He's not going to teach you all the snakes and the fakes and the rakes that comes with the flakes. So if you want to start you a business, get you a business. You want to buy a brand new car, buy you a brand new car. Make sure you get your credit together and pay your bills on time and stop filing bankruptcy 2, 3, 4, 5 times because it takes 2 years so you can finance something. But you have to create your formula that works for you. But one of the biggest problems is when black people want to think like the white man. The white man ain't gonna let you think like him. He wants you to think like him so he can keep you under him. You have to think like you're better than him. Then you can have more than him. And then you could do like these Arabics and have the gas stations and start buying up the community. And get this thing out your head that you live in a hood. You live in a neighborhood, but them white folks come in and make it a neighborhood while you call it a hood. That's why black people is not moving forward. And the last thing, Mr. Parris, I think when I hear black people say, I'm going to let God handle it, I feel black people just saying they're lazy. Because God is not going to give you something. No, your God is not going to give you something that you don't want to get yourself, because just as quick as you get it, you're going to lose it because you don't know how to sustain it, retain it, and gain it. So stop saying, I'm going to let God handle it. You handle it, and you'll get everything you want. You wait for God, you ain't going to get it till you're near death, and you ain't going to be able to enjoy it. Goodbye.
You're listening to Community Voice. The phone lines are open, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. See if I'm going to have a trifecta today. Again, oh, man, people, oh, good.
Yeah, it's going down.
All right. We're going to be okay? Okay. All right, let's take the break. I'm sorry. Well, we got the caller now. Caller, welcome to the program.
Hey man, good morning.
I told you, I got the trifecta. Did I call it?
You so
called it. I called it.
I'm going to be honest with you. If Al had to go back, and I'm calling him by name, and I don't even do that to call. If Al had to go back before God, and God said, Al, what would you be? What race do you want to be when you get down in America over there? You know what he would say? Please, Lord, make me as white as you can. Wash me as I want to be white as I can. Because when I hear people talking
why is whiteness equated with purity?
Well, brother, that's something that is a mind game. It's a mind trick. Because black can be just as pure and as clean. You know what a millionaire told me one time? I was working.
Have you ever heard, Lord, wash me as black as coal?
You know why? Because that stereotype of it. Listen, you know what a millionaire told me one time? I was working and I stuck my hand out, and he stuck his hand out. I said, oh man, my hand's dirty. He said, listen to me, put it right here, because I've shook dirtier, cleaner hands than yours. You get it?
No.
Dirty, cleaner hands than mine. Dirtier.
But we don't sing. We don't sing any songs about how Jesus has washed our sins black as coal.
Well, because that's a stereotypical. That's a stereotype. That's sort of like the hairstyle you're talking about.
The process.
And that's why we called in. But Rideout was saying it's a style. But brother Rideout, it become a style when they start wearing processes and all that. Then when I caught on to it as a little boy, we was going down there to A&P and Nationals and stealing the live kind. We had swords in our head. We going to school. We thought we was, it become a style then. But Keith had some swords in his head too. I believe he wouldn't got a perm.
No, I never had a perm, but let me tell you what my cousin talked me into though. My cousin Sammy, he talked me into, because the waves.
Oh yeah.
So we wouldn't got some Murrays.
Murray's great.
Yeah, we got some Murrays, dude. Yeah. I must have waved up about 1/10 of my hair. The rest was still nappy. And my mother, who was a beautician, who at that time was going with a barber, I come home looking like Sam Cooke. They both whooped me. They both whooped me. And then you know what he did? He gave me a haircut and my hair waved up. He said, see, you didn't need that Murray's. But man, we caked that Murray's on. Yeah, it was hard as a football helmet.
It was always waves for the babes and curls for the girls.
Yeah.
So that's what we always, that it become a fashion in. Yeah. But it was really to manage our hair and bring it closer to the Caucasian, man. That's what it was.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know if we even thought it was that. Yeah. I think that the conditioning of even our standards of beauty is still European. Those are our standards of beauty. So we'll pick this up. Appreciate you, Meech. You're listening to Community Voice. The phone lines are open. Caller, I see you. 414-444-5250. 414-444-5250. Take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Keith Parris.
All right, welcome back, caller. We thank you for your patience. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Keith.
What up, Rick?
This is Rick calling you long distance from Germany. And I just want to say, brother man, if you come back to this life and you had a choice of what race you wanted to be, you wouldn't want to be white.
No, I wouldn't.
White people are born recessive in their genes, and this opens the door to a lot of sickness.
Okay.
You know, it is very rare for a white person to be in the peak of good health. Football players, baseball players, basketball players are an anomaly. But most white people are sick, and you don't want to be in that pot. I'm done, brother man.
All right. It's ironic that we're inside Be Healthy, Be You. This would be the time they're on because we always talk about the disparities between black health and white health, right? The only time that you see where there might be any equalities in terms of the impact is when you look in, like southern rural areas where people are really suffering. But I mean, there is no genetic difference other than melanin and probably hair complexion when it comes to descendants of African people and Asian people and European people. Race is a construct. Race was created to support, perpetuate economic exploitation, oppression, land appropriation, all those things those negatives. That's why white supremacy was really created. Many white folks who, like if you're Italian, if you're Polish, if you're Czech, you weren't even considered white when your folks immigrated here, right? So this idea of whiteness, and there are great books out there. I think is it Neil Pointer's The History of White People will give you a sense of how race was developed. But race is not real. Race is a construct. Though Hassan Jeffrey says, but racism is real. But there's no difference between black people and white people biologically, except melanin. Caller, welcome to the program. Again, 414-444-5250, 414-444-5250. And maybe there is when we look at standards of beauty and standards of beauty. So let me get this caller, then I'll ask this question. Caller, welcome to the program.
Well, man, turn the radio off. Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening?
Well, I wanted to respond to some of the conversation. First of all, I just wanted to say that anytime Al calls, I love that. I think Al's one of the most epic callers. But also, besides all that, I just wanted to say that from my perspective as a white dude, and I grew up in Milwaukee, there were definitely times that, I was drawn towards black culture, and then stylistically, and even, maybe embarrassed to admit at this point, but in my hair too. I mean, I got a yearbook where my classmates had did my hair all in micro braids, and I can remember a time when me and one of my Jewish buddies, we wanted to have dreadlocks so bad, we were putting beeswax in our hair and trying to kink it up with forks. And my graduation photo, I'm wearing a kente cloth robe pattern. I had a friend who brought me home a dashiki from Africa, and I used to rock that when I was skateboarding out. I don't know. I mean, maybe I was stepping over where I should have, where I was welcome there, and appropriating things that I shouldn't have been. But I think that the intention was from an honest admiration of a culture, not.
But you bring up something that's really, I think it's a good point to kind of focus on the stuff that we call, and I'm putting in parentheses, I mean in quotation marks, stuff that we call black or white.
Yeah.
How much of that is really cultural? I mean, because let's say I grew up in West Bend. Chances are I'm probably going to be a little bit more reflective of that cultural environment than I did if I grew up on 13th and Ring. So how much of it is just the environment that creates culture? Because if you're in the South, and you know, I talk about it a lot. If you look at white Pentecostals, they worship like black Pentecostals, right? So is that something that's intrinsic in us, or is that something that, as you just say, we appropriate and our culture's appropriating things that they see other cultures do?
Yeah. Now, I mean, I also, yes, I don't know if you listen to country music radio ever, but it tends to be a lot of almost, it's almost like an energy, like rap music now. Almost in every song seems to have a rap, and there's like maybe a DJ element to it, and it is strange how different cultures have spilt over onto each other, maybe. And then at the same time, you know, it's like they had to have two separate country music awards now. Like, now, I don't know if Beyonce did that to him or
who's my guy though? Little Nas X, right? Because he was like the first one that really challenged recently. You had Charlie Pride back in the day, but Charlie Pride was just like every other country Western, then was country Western, now it's just country. But here's the thing about country music. Country music is, poor white folks, is blues, right? I mean, when you sit up and listen to what they're singing about, it's the blues, because it's born out of deprivation, it's born out of poverty, because whether people want to accept it or not, that there are many white people in this country who are oppressed.
Oh, right? Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So but we don't look at it that way, and we confer so much on complexion. We were talking, I don't know if you ever saw the skit on Saturday Night Live where you had the two white newscasters, two black newscasters, and the whole trick was if you heard a name and you heard a crime, who did it? Were they black or white?
Right.
You know, so you would go out and you say this, and you go, because when you look at the whole naming piece, which I think is very fascinating, I don't know if it was in Freakonomics. I think it was in Freakonomics, where Malcolm Gladwell talks about how you can look at names and the way names work and how people name. So if Megan and some other names were popular among upper middle class white people, then at some point, then lower economic white people would then take those names. Because now when I'm listening to some of these names, I'm going like, oh, that's interesting. Is that a black dude or a white dude?
Yeah.
And then and Michelle was talking about in her program, which I thought was real interesting. You think the name Johnson. Now, there's so many black people in the country named Johnson. There's a whole lot of white people in this country named Johnson, especially those people who are from like Norway and from Sweden, right? Johnson is a combination. So if you go to Minnesota, many of the Johnsons up there are white.
Yeah, there's like a thing. It's like my name is Jan Jansen. I come from Wisconsin.
yeah. No, but and so I think that it is. But again, because race is a construct in America, but then resources are determined by how you look. I hate to put that reality out there, but it is true. And if you're a European descent, there's certain things that you can move into, even though, you know, you embrace black culture as a part of you, but then you're privy to conversations that we're not privy to. Right. And so now you sitting up here going like, dude, that ain't it. But for most of those folks, their representation or their understanding of Black folks, of Hispanic folks, of indigenous folks is what they see in media.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, so even Black folks do it. I went to high school with white guys. I played on a basketball team. It was predominantly white. So what I used to hear before I went to an all-white school was white people's hair stink. That wasn't true. I mean, but that's what you heard, right? Is these stereotypes, and then we pick it up and run with it. But yeah, I think, man, you can be attracted to other cultures. And then there's some things I think is universal. Like I think the love and learning has nothing to do with complexion, right?
Right.
If you're smart, it has nothing to do with complexion. Now, complexion can impact how you're able to exercise being smart, but either you're born smart or you're born stupid. Is that true? Is that biologically verified that you can be born smart or you can be born stupid? Or is
No.
is it a genetic thing? I don't. Because
I guess. Yeah. Maybe that's not the best PC way to describe it. But
I know some folks like, you came here stupid, right? I mean, like from day one, right? Because there's some folks, man, they stuck on stupid dude.
Like it's a curse.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is nurture, right? I mean, like, yeah. I think that all people tend to be pretty hard on each other. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also think that when it comes to culture, you know, there's like exploiting it or stealing from it, and then there's being inspired by it.
But I think that's difficult in America. And the reason why I say that's difficult in America is because though we're not a melting pot, we are, I use this, oh man, I'm so clever. We are a melding pot. That means that we're influenced by other people's styles, other people's culture, you know, and we can sit up and act like we're not, but we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I
definitely.
Appreciate the insight. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Right. Be careful, I talk about white people. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's happening?
All right. Yeah. I first like to say good morning to you.
No, you can't because you got us on speaker.
Okay, yes, man.
You ready now?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready now. First, I'd like to say good morning to the WNOV staff, and good morning to my friend, Mr. Devo. But I'd like to speak about the young man that called from Germany. You don't decide what culture, black, white, or where you're born. You know, I think about, what would God think about us? You know, us as a nation of people. You know, this is 2025. You know, we got this stereotype. You know, I was born in Arkansas, but I graduated from Rufus King. I did most of my growing up in Milwaukee. But in the South, where I am from, you know, I lived there, but I remember when we had a track running down through our hometown. This was the black sector, this was the white sector. You know, but I remember when they integrated our school systems. But you know, I had as many white friends down in the South as I have white friends here. You know, so we have to stop the stereotype. You know, just like you made a comment, we were told that white people have stink. You know, we were told these things. But you know, white people, they raise their kids to believe that this was what it was. You know, I'm the father of 5. You know, when I raised my kids like Dr. Martin Luther King, it's not the color of your skin, son or daughter, but it's the contents of your heart. You know, and we are, we're raising our kids to a degree to where they're thinking just like we were taught to think. But we got to quit this stereotyping. We got to understand that we are here in this world together. You know, I am assistant pastor in my church. And I have to think in terms of how would, you know, he said, you wouldn't want to be born white. It's like saying, I wouldn't want to be, if I got to be white, if I had a choice, it had to be white, I wouldn't want to be born at all.
Really?
You know, so we're just, you know, we're just going through a phase to where we're trying to say, you know, and I don't like to say it this way, but we as a black people, we always look for something to blame on someone, whether it's our short giving, whether it's our financial situation, or whatever to me. You know, but I found out in life, I'm 71 years old. I found out in life that if you take life and do it the best you can, sir, you know what I'm saying? Good things will happen, but we do not follow God's rule anymore. We are trying to make things the way we want. So we talk about you don't want to be white, you don't want to be black, you don't want to be Chinese, you don't want to be none of this. You know, we got to look up and say, God, I thank you for being born. And once we do that, you know, once we grab a hold to ourselves and realize we're not better than any nation of people, but we're just as good as any nation of people. So let us quit doing ourselves like this and do what we got to do as a nation of people. You know, not just blacks, not just white, but you know, I've always lived a life, even when I was a kid, sir. You know, I was told that we'll never see a black man hold the seat of the presidency. That was toned in me. But God changes things. You know, it wasn't just Obama made president because we felt like this. You know, God changes our lives. Where you and I was prone to believe, you know, when I said, I'm from the South, and I was prone that after 6:30 in my hometown, you did not cross over in the white sector now. You know, and that went on for years and years and years.
And when I was coming up as a kid, we didn't cross that viaduct.
Yeah, you know, and I remember when I graduated from Booth King in 1973. I remember at a certain time in my life, hey, if you ventured across Capitol Drive after school hours, you know, you ventured into dark territory. But now we have changed. Life have changed. Situations have changed. You know, so, you know, and we say we're not given opportunities like we're supposed to be. You know, I teach my kids, you're given the same opportunity as anybody in this world. And if you want to make the best out of opportunity, you do the best you can in life. You know? So, you know, and I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
that. And you know, and I wish people would just, you know, hey, when we, you know, I know this is not the program you're doing it on, sir, but, you know, I have to speak in terms of what God wants us to do and what he wants us to be. And if I'm speaking out of context, I do want to apologize to WNOV. But, you know, God wants us to live. He built this world on a level playing ground. And we, as a world of people, we the one knocked it out of kilter. Because at one point they said, whites thought they was better than blacks. Chinese thought they was better than Indians. But we're all, you know, he said, I made every man in my image. So who does that make the best? You know, if you made in the image of God, sir, do that make you better than a white man? Do that make a white man better than you? You know, and I do appreciate your time, and you have a blessed day.
Hey, you too. Hey, you're listening to Community Voice. And I will say this, because here come Keith being the devil's advocate. That same God, if you believe this, that gave us Obama, it's the same God that gave us Trump. 414-444-5250. Let's take a break.
You gotta be careful with that, Jack. Just because
you believe,
just because he allowed it, that don't mean he gave it to you.
If you believe,
just because he allowed it,
okay,
that don't mean he gave it.
Oh, So did he allow Obama?
He probably did.
Did he? He probably did. Boy,
no,
let's take a break, y'all.
Because we don't know. We don't know, so that's why I said.
Oh, we do. Oh, we do.
Wow.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
AURN News.
I'm Jamie Jackson. Civil rights leader Reverend Jesse Jackson is receiving a form of life support. That's according to CNN, which reported the development on Sunday.
News.
All right, welcome back. And callers, we thank you for your patience. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Keith. This is Rick again, man. You're lying to your audience
sky
when
high
you
over
say
there in Germany. Rick, your light bill gonna be sky high.
my bill is already sky high, and I'm about to die. So we'll leave it at that.
All right,
but when you say there's no biological difference between the races, you're lying. Black genes are aggressive. White genes are recessive. They proved that between 1955 and 1960. No response?
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry.
White genes are recessive.
Right.
Black genes.
Okay.
Black genes are aggressive, adaptive, and progressive.
Okay. All right.
And if you want to look into it even further, you can say that Frances Cress Welsing built her Keys to the Colors and the ISIS papers around that fact.
Okay. All right.
I'm done, brother man.
I appreciate you. Caller, welcome to the program.
Yes, sir, Mr. Parris. I'm making my trifecta of calls today because I don't liken myself unto those others that you have associated me with. But all in all, when the man just was speaking about the law is called the Mendelian law of recessive and dominant. That dominant can produce recessive. Recessive cannot produce dominant. So black people are genetically completely different
Not true.
Genetically different than
Not true.
people
Not
who
true.
are non-melanated.
It's not true.
The original man, the Asiatic black man of the planet Earth, is a different man than those who have been extracted or grafted out of the original man.
After hair and complexion,
germs.
what is the difference between white folks and black folks after hair and complexion?
Genetics.
What? How?
Genetics.
What's the difference?
Genetics.
What's the difference? How do you differentiate?
When it comes to genetics, everything makes a difference. That means that one is stronger, one is weaker. When you are recessive, the word recessive is up. That's Mr. Parris. I've seen you on the YouTube, so you possess. You are a part of the manifestation of the recessive gene that exists in the black man. Okay. The black man has two
What
germs.
I'm telling you is that there could be, but beyond the difference.
Well, I'm telling you what the actual
between the difference
are.
And maybe some eye colors, but all of those genetic.
Well, the eye colors.
All those genetic.
Most of the people on the planet have brown eyes.
The genetic markers were probably from where you're from. After
no, sir,
hundreds
Mr. Parris.
of thousands of years.
No, well, Mr. Parris, see, I'm speaking from a scientific point of view.
No, that is not science.
Mr. Parris,
if you talk to any biologist, they will tell you.
Well, biology is one of the most. That's not like a high level of science when it comes to science.
Come on,
no, Mr. Parris.
Come on,
I'm telling you what I know, Mr. Parris. But here's go. This is why I called back, because you were talking about that, and you were trying to make a distinction, or you were trying to, as you say, conflate, and that has to do with fusion, and that is putting things together that actually
one of the tricks of white supremacy is this idea that there is, and I'm going to use this word and tell me if it's
Mr. Parris, if you make a cup of
statement, Christopher, just that there is significant differences between race is a construct.
Understood.
Race is not real.
Why was that constructed? Should become
to
the
justify
question.
Oppression, colonization, and enslavement.
And Mr.
That's
Parris,
why.
If the people were all the same, then how is it, Mr. Parris?
We are biologically the same. We're culturally different. We're regionally different, but we are all still we're all human beings.
Right. There's the human race that exists, but there are distinctions in the human race. Just
and
like
that is accounted for by environment, Black people are dark because after thousands of years of sun exposure.
No, the original is the sun when it's nighttime, Mr. Parris. What? How do you explain the darkness of the night, which represents the quintessence of existence, the universe? The only way that you know that the universe even exists is by seeing the stars, the old light that has been produced. That decks
I see the
night sky. No, Mr. Parris, we live at nighttime. We are in the shadow of the sun, and the only reason why we know the sun exists is because of the reflection off of the moon. But what I'm saying,
and this is where eugenics came in. This is
right, and the eugenics, Mr. Parris. If white people and you and our people, especially our people from Africa, were equal, then the question becomes: then why would they need you to work in the sun if they can do the same?
Different.
The same, no, Mr. Parris. What things are things that you do not deal with?
Equality is one of these abstracts that we talk about in terms of equal treatment. I'm saying that biologically we are all the same, man.
Well, the blood is green, but when the oxygen hits it, it turns red.
So
that's
the
the chemical
different colored blood than white people.
It's green.
Do black people have different colored blood than white people?
Every species, a created creature on the planet, has green blood until
myself is no.
The oxygen hits the blood, then it has a reaction.
Is there a different reaction for white blood and black blood?
If you are a negative, you may have, if you have O blood or AB positive or however the blood construct is, then you might not be able to use the blood of this particular Caucasian.
Can you have a white person who's AB positive and a black person who's AB positive?
You might be, but there's a process that has to take place. It's called a transfusion. And fusion has to do with what you talk about with conflation. And it's also a scientific term that is used when you are putting things together that actually will enhance the power of one or the other, or make those two things more agreeable. So when you're talking about, yes, sir, Mr. Parris.
No. This is a Rideout, man. I just got a quick question.
Mr. Rideout.
Yes, sir. I got a quick question for you.
You're the brother who believes that God is a spook. Yet you are a literal being.
No. Hold on. No, I don't believe God is a spook.
He believes God is a woman.
No, I believe God. No, that ain't true.
But God is
I believe God is a
by the
spirit.
feminine side of himself, a spirit. What is a spirit?
Hold on. Wait.
Can we stay on point here? What is the biological difference between descendants of Africans or African people and European?
I am not a geneticist, Mr. Parris. Are you of a Neanderthal? Do you come from the Neanderthal people, or are you of the Aboriginal people of the planet Earth? Huh?
Okay. All right. Appreciate you, man.
Who do you hail from?
Africa.
Oh, and who gave Africa that name, Mr. Parris?
Oh, man.
Wasn't it a Roman man who wore a skirt?
I don't know what to call it then. All right. Appreciate you, man.
I just want to know, is it possible for a white guy to donate blood to a black person?
Happens every day.
Exactly. And that's my point I was going to make, because that same blood that comes out of him that goes into a black man, it don't make that black man no weaker or stronger than he was previously. So it like the same blood that runs in our body runs in white, black, Puerto Rican, green, yellow. It runs in the same.
Why, Jermaine? Why? Because we are
created from God, man. So, God created us.
Human beings. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. My name is Steve Keith. Here's an interesting analogy for you. I question white people. I would say, what would you think was Jesus a white man or a black man? Every time all the white people, I thought they say he was a white man. I says, you know anything about geography? I said, that's impossible. Exactly. Because all your white folks were from Europe. Yeah. All your dark-skinned folks were basically from
everywhere else.
We probably all were. But that's, I've gotten in trouble because of that, and I've alienated my own family because of it. I said,
is Jesus a white man?
History.
Jesus a white man?
Excuse me?
Is Jesus a white man?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I
No,
told him. I've always been a fan of natural history. I told him no, it's impossible genetically for him to be a white man.
Right.
Because all your whites came from Europe and your darker skinned folks came from Africa, even though as natural history buff, you go all the way back to pre-biblical times, we all came from Africa. Africa was part of a continent, which was Atlantis, which was the West and the Middle East. It broke off. So that's the difference. I've gotten in trouble for it, Keith, but I don't care.
Right.
You guys have a nice day.
Yeah, he right, man, because,
And as we look at melting pot, caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's
the
happening?
original name is Alcabulon. That's the original name of the land that you call Africa. But it's cool. It's cool. We get these European degrees and stuff like that, but we really don't find out the right and the real information. But it's coming. How you doing, Keith? I ain't heard from you in a while.
I've been here.
I know.
How you been?
I know. I just ain't been here. I've been listening.
All right. Appreciate you, man. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
All right. So to kill all that, everybody was made the same in the beginning out the gate. Over time, whether infection, man-made, or natural occurrences happen in the body. Black ain't no different from white when you're looking at a bipedal species. That's it. So all of this, well, it was indigenous, all that stuff to me, man, is irrelevant because guess what? The same bipedal species, whether he's black or white, is all under the thumb of Trump. So how you get out of that? Who better in that aspect? Instead of looking at color, look at what's going on. Everybody touched by it. So all of this, we was better than them, or we was the first people, man, woman. Yeah. That's all it is. Black, white, north, south, east, west. That's all it can be.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. I had to call back. I think the science done caught up with you, man. That's the one guy who claimed he's from Germany. I believe he's right now general. And Christopher, I think they probably got you with one another, Keith. But Keith, I think they got at you with that science, man. Because it's so, now you're making some good talking points and some good fight back moments, but in reality, there is a difference, son. There is a difference, no matter how you want to look at it. There's a difference. Now, we are human, but at the same, and you're looking at it from the humanity aspect. You're correct.
How else can I look at it?
Huh?
How else can I look at it? I'm talking about
Well,
humans.
when you address it the way that you're addressing it, you addressing it correctly. But when you get into the DNA and the biological changes in man, then there's some differences. But you just talking about hair. Hair will tell you right there. I mean, there's a difference.
Why is our hair tight, coiled, and somewhat dry? Why is that?
Because guess what, brother? The part of the world that we originated from.
That might account for the difference in complexion too, then, right?
Well, now I'm gonna tell you something about complexion. Complexion is really a genetic thing. And I tell you, man, when you get white, you have the apex of the gene. There's nothing left there. See, that's why you can take two white people and never make a black baby. You can take two black people. And see, a white man.
That would just be complexion, man, and hair, and maybe eye color. But after that, you get a heart, you get lungs, you got.
That's the humanity part of it.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
It's just like me breeding some bullies, me breeding some pit bulls. I can breed that pit bull with a German Shepherd. Now they gonna make the baby because they don't.
Still gonna be a dog.
They still gonna be a dog.
Okay.
But guess what? The genetics is gonna be off. They're not gonna be genetically, the same. So there'll be what we call a mutt. So you got the right
beyond complexion hair, and maybe eye color. There is no significant difference between descendants of Africans or African people and European people or Asian people.
Then where do you get the ideal when the white man says that he has what do you call that? It's on the what is that? When his bloodline doesn't mix with. I mean, it's different from us, and he's proud about it. It'll come to mind. I bet you Christopher know what I'm talking about. He forgot to throw that in.
Okay.
He forgot to throw that. As a matter of fact, he probably talked about it before.
Okay.
So anyway, man, I get your point. When it comes down to genetics, we different, man.
All right.
We different. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Man, I didn't realize we had so many white people listening to the program. So let me thank Debo. Let me thank Jermaine. Clark, thank you. Callers, we thank you. The good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, stay black. Go for this place in peace.